Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat. It is the last half of September, and the Midwest is harvesting, and it seems the grain markets reflect the growing harvest pressure and lackluster pace of the new export sales. As corn closed down 4, beans down 23, KC wheat down by 11. USDA reported yesterday afternoon that the U.S. corn crop is 9% harvested, slightly ahead of the 5-year average of 7%. Soybeans are 5% harvested, 1% ahead of the 5-year average. The Corn Belt is mostly warm and dry, and harvest should progress rapidly, at least in the short term. USDA reduced the good to excellent portion of the corn crop's condition by a percentage point while leaving the soybeans generally unchanged. The trade was generally expecting 1 to 2% of decline in beans. Speculative fund short positions have soared to levels not seen in 3 years. The most significant positive for the corn market right now is crude oil, which continues to strengthen, closing today or yesterday at $91.48 by the barrel. Corpus Christi's public elevator in Archer Daniels Midland is open for Milo trucks this week, 7 a.m. to 10:45 p.m. Timco Houston open this week, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, 1-800-2-TUGGLE, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how'd the sale go in Mason?
You bet, Larry. We ended up having 611 head after you and I talked about some good rains in the area and everything. I thought the overall market was pretty well steady today after last week's increase we had. I thought stocker steers and heifers were both fully steady today. And I thought getting the bigger cattle, I thought feeder steers were fully steady, while probably the feeder heifers were $5 to $8 higher. I had a group of 3 heifers today, weighed 727, brought 221, a little over $1,606 on those heifers. Packer cows and bulls, I thought both bulls sold fully steady, and what pairs and bred cows we had, I thought they were overall steady too on a limited test. Overall strong market. Good day again, Larry.
Good. Let's remind people about the sales on Thursday and Saturday.
You bet. We've got a good sale coming up Thursday. Got about 100 and something head of really good Hereford calves. They'll all be steers. That'll be coming in weighing around that 500 to 600 pounds. I got another deal about, I think, 75 head of Angus cross calves that'll be coming in. Also, we're getting ready for that big Saturday sale. Over 3,100 head of females consigned for that. A lot of bred cows, bred heifers, open heifers, and pairs will be offered. Larry, all those are listed up on our website already at jordancattle.com. If you can't make it there, we will have it live on the internet also. So if you haven't ever registered before, go ahead and do that ahead of time, Larry. We'll be happy to help you out, or just give us a call if we can help you go over any of the consignments.
And the number?
You bet, area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You bet, Larry. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value. It increased by $267 to $100.96. The Monday hog slaughter was estimated at 485,000 head. Neighbor, as we look toward the wholesale box beef prices for Monday afternoon, 39 weaker in the choice, 29 higher in the select. That had the choice select spread at $21.91. Estimated slaughter, 121,000 head for the Monday cattle slaughter. Looks like we have not sold any fats yet. We're still looking at Southern Trade 182 to 183, the Northern Trade 185, both of those on the hoof in the dirt. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. It's Monday evening. We'll have a sheep and goat sale Tuesday, cattle sale Wednesday. Sean, what do you know about them both?
Oh, it looks like we'll get a pretty decent run on the sheep and goats, thinking somewhere north of that 3,000. See how they roll in this evening, but we got some bigger bunches of Spanish cross kids, so those numbers start adding up. Looks like we'll get a good kid run on the sheep and goat sale, and then on the cattle sale, still thinking somewhere around that 1,000 is kind of what I'm thinking. So talking to people around today about the rain, is like talked last night, it was spotty. People that got some good rain and some didn't. So sure, those numbers are still kind of rolling. It is that time of year. So that's what we're looking like in Fredericksburg this week.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the sheep and goat today, cattle tomorrow, as you folks are listening to us.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, it's the night before sale day in San Angelo. What sheep and goat sale looking like?
They told me, Larry, about 4:30 we had something over 3,000 head. I'm not exactly sure what that consists of, but at the rate we're going, that total, with what we catch tomorrow, should be somewhere, I'd guess, between 4,500 and 5,000 head total.
Good. Now, we've been rotating back and forth between more sheep and more goats. The goats have kind of popped up here lately. What do you anticipate that way?
Well, believe it or not, even after that long sale last week, there was still some lamb orders in the house that needed to be filled. There was such a high percentage of goats. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be more balanced to where we get enough lambs to fill these orders. But last week was unbelievable percentage of goats. It seemed like they just kept coming, especially had one big deal of Angora goats, nanny goats, big Billy goats. They about got their fill of those before the day was over.
Anything going to get in the way of pricing either sheep and goats or either sheep or goats?
I don't think so. I look for a better market. The rain over the weekend came and had several phone calls, what the yards were like and what the numbers would be like. And we kind of called it right, looking for much shorter numbers than the week before. So I look for a good market. And like I said, we'll just see how things shake out. But a better market overall, typically with these lighter numbers.
Do you know of any cattle coming for Thursday?
No, I don't, Larry. Looking for a fairly light run. I'd guess somewhere in the neighborhood of 700 to 800 head, kind of from this vantage point.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jody Fry.
You bet. Any of us at the office, 325-653-3371. My mobile phone would be 234-7895.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. Tony, you got news on T-Post?
Yes, sir, I do. Right now, our 6.5-foot American-made 133 T-Post went down. They're at $5.99, and that's if you buy one or however many you need.
Well, tell everybody how to get that great deal in this new price drop on T-Post.
Well, they can reach me out at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, have a good day. Help those people when they come by to buy T-Post.
Yes, sir, sure will. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're on the line with Henry Pickett, Abilene Livestock. Henry, how is the sale shaping up?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a little light. The whole area got much-needed rain, anywhere from 1.5 inches to some places reported over 5 inches, and it was over a 3 or 4 day period, so it's going to be pretty nice in the long run. We've got about 225 cattle tonight with about 70 cows. We've got 18 middle-aged to young pairs. They're really nice. And then we've got a set of 11 head of coming 2-year-old, really nice black, guaranteed open heifers weighing from 9 to 1,100. And then we also have a pretty nice black younger bull guaranteed. And with all the rain in the area, I only expect to end up with about 500 or 600 this week.
Well, you got a good start to a good sale there in Abilene. Tell everybody how to contact you, Henry.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock. It's about 8:15 on Monday evening, looking for sale day Tuesday. Jim, what's it looking like?
We got 400 in tonight, probably about 75 cows. Looks like we're going to probably pay 40, 45 of those in the morning. 5 or 6 pairs. Got those Brindle, or those 3/4 blood, most of them Brindle steers in. All these good. They're going to weigh, 5 to 575. Lots of work cattle this week. Shouldn't end up with around 450, 475 by sale time.
Well, it sounds like you got a good start to a great sale there on Tuesday in Pleasanton. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jim.
You can reach us at 830-569-2516. Yeah.
All right, good deal. There's something for you. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Hey, neighbor, we're on the line with Holly Mutt Smith, owner of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate, which specializes in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acreages. Holly, you've got a question for South Texas ranch owners, don't you?
I sure do, Larry. I've been searching high and low, and I've talked to many ranch brokers, but I'm coming up short.
What's the problem, Holly?
A lot of farm and ranch websites are outdated. A lot of brokers don't return calls or update listings. And I've got buyers ready to find their perfect Texas ranch.
Don't all agents put those properties online?
Many do, but the problem is these properties aren't always updated if they sell or are taken off market. So what does that do? It wastes a lot of people's time. Right now, we have buyers ready to go for properties in a lot of Texas counties. Today, I want your listeners who have considered selling their large acreage ranches in McMullen, Atascosa, Live Oak, Duval, LaSalle, Wilson, Frio, and Medina counties to give me a call. If you're thinking of selling your ranch, we've got buyers ready to take a tour. And here's where we're at with this. If you list your property with us, you will get the service you deserve. Not all ranch agents are created equal, and I'll tell you what, I am tired of watching sellers get cut rate service.
Holly, how can they reach you?
They can call me directly at 210-827-6271, and I give you my word, I will call you back. Or they can visit www.homesteadandranch.com.
We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how was our Monday sale?
Went real good, Larry. We ended up with a few more than what we talked about. Ended up with 1,761 head today. Market pretty, I guess, fully steady all the way around. I thought maybe some of the better quality calves might have been up to 4 cents higher than what they were last week. But overall, lots of demand and good solid market, lots of activity. Still not getting any pairs sold, but they're kind of splitting out $975 up to $1,600. Bred cows, the better end of those, $1,100 to $1,350. Packer cows, steady money again, 108 to 118 on your high yielding cows, 106 to 112 on your breakers, 74 to 92 on your canners. Packer bulls, the high yielding bulls, 120 to 128. Low to medium yielding bulls, 106 to 120. 2 to 3 weight choice steers, $252 to $3. Heifer mates, $242 to $286. 3 to 4 weight choice steers, $252 to $296. Heifer mates, $222 to $270. 4 to 5 weight choice steers, $234 to $280. Heifer mates, $218 to $254. 5 to 6 weight choice steers, $224 to $268. Heifer mates, $214 to $244. 6 to 7 weight choice steers, $218 to $242. Heifer mates, $204 to $228. And the 7 to 8 weight cattle, your choice steers, $208 to $236. And the heifer mates, $192 to $218. So got along good, had good volume, and cattle were good today. Quality was sure all right. So real pleased with the way things sold today.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Riley.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office. Webpage, liveoaklivestock.com.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a shorter look at the grains courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus 1038, Houston 1047, yellow corn to Corpus 491.5, Houston 511.5, hard red winter wheat to Houston 745, beans to Placido 1246. Looks like we moved 71 bale of East Texas, South Texas cotton and 563 bales of Oklahoma cotton. Prices went from $80.80 to $85.25. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm. Good day.